Hey folks, okay, I'm back. It's Monday. I got to get a calendar. It's the 5th. I use my computer, but I like having a visual calendar. Need to get one for this year. Let me go ahead and try to talk about some music here. And thank you, folks. I've had a spate of orders, of digital orders. I woke up this morning to 7 purchases of my latest release, Sonospheres 3 cut-ups. Thank you. It speaks for itself, you know. Speaks for itself. I've been spinning records and leaving them out so that I can show you, because that's just kind of how I made my mark here, is talking about music, and some of you folks want to hear about what I've been listening to. So let me put this record away, and then I'll show it right quick. Got a big pile here, and I do these things spontaneously, so I don't know how this is going to go. And I don't plan these. Sometimes they come out good and the spark is there, and other times it's like, So I was revisiting some roots last night, and I was also vibing with people on YouTube, Facebook community, which I really like. I like that immediacy. You know, you can come and go, and you can have interaction, or you can just come and look and say hi. I like that. You know, I'm not antisocial. Last night I listened to Jimi Hendrix. If you read the comments on my last video, you'll understand what I mean by that last comment. Jimi Hendrix, Are You Experienced? His first full-length album. Played part of this last night. This is old Japanese mono pressing. This is real. And there's something to be said about mono, even with Jimi Hendrix. He's old. This old recording, to just hear it flat and big. Cool. Jimi Hendrix is he an influence on me life-wise? Absolutely. In more ways than I think a person can understand who hasn't been influenced by Jimi Hendrix or doesn't have this color of skin. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Skeleton Crew. This is a band that Fred Frith of Henry Cow was a part of, along with Zena Parkins and Tom Cora. The Country of Blinds. This came out in 1976. This is a very intense blend of what I would say is folk music, skiffle, free jazz, and just plain improvisation on the edge. Highly recommend this to adventurous listeners and people who like Art Bears, National Health, Fred Frith, any of his stuff. It doesn't sound like National Health, actually, no. If you follow Fred Frith, you want to hear this. This is good work. Played this yesterday. Bernard Szajner, Zed. Some Deaths Take Forever. French composer, artist. I actually was in correspondence with him for a short time when he was looking for places in the United States to do some work, and was looking at Omaha. Nothing happened, but I helped him to do some research here in town. This album is electronic, but it also has several members of Magma on it, the band Magma, and the Magma sound, the Zool sound is all throughout this. This is really excellent. Some Deaths Take Forever. On this one, I'll make a list at the bottom below the video, what I've shown, because maybe some won't be able to catch through what I'm saying. Speaking of the Art Bears, I listened to this yesterday, The World as It Is Today. This is made back in the 70s, but everything they say is relevant now, mainly because as much as things change, things don't. And one thing that's definitely not changing is the hands of power and the continued corruption that goes with it. This has a book inside that goes with it. The book is with it. Space art was being talked about online, so I played this, and it's like my memory of it was that it was kind of cheesy. No, this is really good. This is real good electronic. From France, mid-70s, space art. A lot of my records now, as that I have, they're not expensive to find online. That's one of the things that's been happening online is Chris Cole, John Coltrane 68. He'll go on these binges where he's just going on eBay looking for his stuff, and he finds rare stuff really cheap. Yesterday was John McLaughlin's birthday, this guitarist, Mahavishnu John McLaughlin, English guitarist, who was a studio session guitarist right alongside of Jimmy Page. John McLaughlin, if you want to talk about technique and technicality, there's no comparison between him and Jimmy Page. Jimmy Page can't even hold John McLaughlin's guitar case. No diss to Jimmy Page, just to set the record straight, okay? John McLaughlin is an amazing guitarist who has done things that are still not acknowledged to change Western music in a big way. Yesterday was his birthday. My Goals Beyond. This is a fantastic album. John Martyn, Englishman, singer, songwriter, boozer. I think he boozed himself to death, Inside Out. Yeah, man, this is excellent. This is a prog folk rock and prog rock and jazz all rolled into one. John Martyn, Inside Out. Excellent, excellent. I got into a Bowie mode yesterday and listened to Station after watching some Bowie stuff documentary-wise over the weekend. Bowie is a treasure. And listen to Outside. This is an album that critically gets panned, and I just don't agree with it. You see, that's why I just, critics and fans, you can say what you like, and I appreciate you sharing your thoughts, but I'll decide for myself, and this is damned good Bowie. Damn good Bowie album. I said that under compliment because my internet friend Adam already shared with me that he thinks that Sonospheres 2 can't be beat by Sonospheres 3. And as the person who's making the music and the creating of it, I know that that's not true. I appreciate that that's what, not from the perspective of me who's making the music and what I'm doing over here. Thanks, Adam. It's a compliment, but at the same time, it's like, you just wait. You just wait. That'll grow on you. Sonospheres 3 is good. And I got more. Bloodrock 3, Whirlwind Tongues. Showed this yesterday. Good album. Spacemen 3, Playing with Fire. Can get a little monotonous, but there's parts of here that are really nice and psychedelic, but it plods. And then it's like, okay, I'm not that stoned. This is getting taken up, but I'm keeping it. On the other hand, Scritti Politti. This is some prime, fantastic pop. This has a reggae feel to it. The Word Girl. Excellent pop. Ain't nothing to be ashamed of here. Scritti Politti's badass. Fantastic Plastic Machine. This is something that I just took a chance on. It's hip-hop, DJ type stuff. Doing a lot of, using a lot of old orchestral records for samples. It's good. Teo Macero, best known as the producer for Miles Davis. Fusion is an album made with the Lounge Lizards and the London Philharmonic. This can seem a little thick at first, but you just stay with it, and then it's like, okay, then it emerges what's going on here. This is quite good. I'm not going to go a long time because I just realized I got a lot to do, and I want to use the computer. If I go much longer, I'll be waiting all day. Yellow Magic Orchestra. This is the band I probably sound the most like on Murphy and Flyover. Not trying to, but if you were to investigate Yellow Magic Orchestra, you'll discover where a lot of my inspiration and influence comes from. I want to stop here because if I go longer, it will be take forever for it to upload, and I just want to be in touch with you folks, okay? I want to thank you folks that are digging my music and paying for it. I still have vinyl. I have Tom, because of the weather this weekend, I did not get to the post office, so I'm doing that today. I had another order for my single. I've had a 7-inch single for years. It's a piece of sound work. I thought I had one here to show you. It's not a song, it's a tone poem, but those are available. I'll leave the links And I'll say this much, take a look at the comments on my last video, 1/4/15. An exchange popped up. Every now and then this happens that, anonymous people that don't know me will come by and get an impression and say something unnecessarily negative. And we dealt with it really well. And I like to say that this is what I'm about, which is this is why I say what I say. I want to be part of the solution, not the problem. What happened could have easily gone the way of what most people do, which is to get offended and argue. I wanted clarity, and I stayed focused. There was nothing to get offended about. This was something that needed to be addressed, and it was. And I think it's a good example of how we can demonstrate through our actions that we mean it. I mean it, Everyone's a hypocrite, including me, because you can't help but be a hypocrite. By breathing and interacting with the world, you're going to be hypocritical in some way. But I mean what I say, which is I'd like to be part of the solution, and good communication and being honest with people and treating people decently is a big part of it. Man says that man is always trying to look good, and yet we treat each other so bad. You know what I'm saying? It's like people, it seems like when you have an opportunity to hurt, we hurt. I recognize that in me, but I'm on top of it. It's like that's an urge that can be curbed and can be redirected. We don't need to hurt people to get this part of us out. It takes work, and god damn, this world is lazy right now. People are just so hurtful and mindless. So anyway, check out that exchange yesterday. Made peace with a total stranger who got a wrong impression of me, made it known, and we dealt with it. And this is what we need to do. We need to find a way to come together, people. I'm willing, and I'm trying already, okay?